To access M-Time, you can Google the word M-Time or go to the URL that's listed here. You are going to click the first time sign in and then enter your email address and hit submit. You will receive an email to set your password, and then you will be able to access M-Time. M-Time has several tabs. This is the Home tab. The Home tab is like an email inbox for M-Time. You might have offers from the schedule writer or shift swap offers from providers. In any case, you can click on the shift that is in question and you can accept or reject the offer that you have. Any information that is in your home screen will also be sent to you via email. Most of your time will be spent in the Provider Schedules tab, where you'll be able to view your schedule. Your shifts will always be in green. Other people's schedules will be in blue, and any open shifts will be in light blue. To pick up any open shifts, you can click on that shift and offer to work it. An email will be sent to the schedule writer letting them know that you are interested in picking up the shift, and then this icon will appear letting you know that you've offered to work it. You can also go back and click on it and cancel the shift offer if you would like. Any shift that you're working, you can click on that shift and you have the option to trade, split, or give up the shift. If you want to trade the shift, you can click on Trade Shift and it will give you all these options to trade with that provider. Click on the shift that you want to trade with, and then an email will be sent to the provider letting them know that you would like to trade. You will see a circle of arrows to remind you that you have traded the shift. You can go back and trade that with as many people as you'd like, or you can cancel it if you'd like by clicking on the View Edit Shift Trade, clicking on the provider, and then removing the request. You're also able to split a shift. If you're not able to work the entire shift, you can adjust the time of the shift that you're able to work and click Split. Then you can see it looks like I've got two shifts there, and then I can click on the piece that I would like to give up and select Offer to Give Up. It will give me a list of providers that I can give up the shift to. I can click up here to all of them or individual ones. It's going to remind you that you want to give up the shift, and of course you're responsible for the shift if nobody picks it up. If somebody does, you will receive notification in your home screen and also in your email. You'll also have this icon to remind you that you've offered to give it up. You have several options to view your schedule. Right now we're in the month view. You can also see the Show All view, the week view, or the day view. Whatever you select here will be your default, and when you open your schedule, it will automatically open to that. We're going to go into the future. When a schedule isn't published, it's going to look blank. If you want to set your availability, you can click on the day you would like to be on or off and select the appropriate item. If I want to be off this day, I'm going to click this. And this gives me some options. If I've got several days I want to have off, I can click this green plus or use the red minus. I can select all of my sites or just some of them depending on what I would like to do. Then I can select the type of shift I want and hit request. You can see that I have a red bubble here now, which will give me the more detailed information about my request. If I change my mind and I don't want to take that day off, I can click back on it and click View, Delete, Off Time. I can select all of the sites and hit Delete. It works the same way for requesting time to work. It looks exactly the same. I can select the sites, the reason is prefers on, and hit requests. You can also see I have these bubbles that have numbers in them. Those are going to indicate how many other providers have asked off to be that day. If you hover over them, it will give you more details about who is asking off. We're going to go back to the previous schedule and take a look at options we have to filter. So I recommend opening up these filters when you first get into MTime so that you can adjust your view as you would like it. Right now we're seeing all the options, but if I only wanted to see my shifts perhaps, I would off-click the other items. You want to make sure you have something checked here, otherwise it looks like you can't view the schedule. Down here by hospital, this allows you to filter by site. Each site has its own color associated with it. Also, if you hover on the shift, it will give you the information of where that shift is scheduled for. So you can line up with color or use the hover. Again, you can filter using the checkboxes here. If you don't want to see all of the sites, you can filter to particular ones. If you want to filter by provider, you can also do that by clicking or off-clicking on providers' names here. If you want to see a list of your trades, you can see them here. You can also remove them here if you would like. Below that, you've got an option to print your schedule. If you hit print, it will make a PDF that you can print out. And we're going to go down here to the Punch In tab. The Punch In tab is what you're going to do when you go to work. You're going to be able to punch in with various different types. The Provider tab is the one that you will use for your EPS shifts. The Other and APP tabs are the ones that you will be using for the desert shifts. In the Provider tab, it gives you an option to select the shift and also the provider. You want to make sure that you select the provider that you're working for. If you're doing a training shift, you're going to use the trainer button here. Once you have selected, you can hit confirm and then it will punch in and it will start the clock here for you. If you are not able to be geolocated, it's going to give you a message like down here on the right hand side to let you know that your location wasn't confirmed. When you're ready to punch out, you'll just go back to the punch out button and click punch out. In the View Edit Punches tab, it gives you a lot of information about your punches. You're able to edit them completely. It gives you the information about the site, the provider, the time in and out, whether it was geolocated or not. Just click the Edit button and you're able to edit all of those items, including the punch type. It will then be sent for approval. In the View Edit Punches, you're also able to see your pay and hours for that pay period. You can change the date ranges here by using the drop-down, or year-to-date, or lifetime. You can also add a punch if you need to by clicking the Add Punch button if you completely forgot to punch in, so that is there for you as well. You can also sort your schedule by time rather than by site. You can see that it pops up purple background in the back just to make sure that you're aware that you have a shift that day if you are using the month show all and there's a lot of shifts. If you scroll down, it also gives you the information about what your month scheduled shift times are and how many hours. If you want to sync your MTime calendar with your personal calendar, you can do that by following these directions. The Google Calendar usually takes about 24 hours. Apple and Outlook don't take that long. Just follow these directions to do so. Also, there is a Help tab I would like for you to know about. In here, it will give you information about a provider and also a Scribe, one in particular. And you can click on any of these to review anything we've talked about today. You can also access the mobile app. directions of installation from the drop-down. If you click on here, you can follow the directions below about how to install it. You will not find it in the Google Play or Apple Store, but you can download it using the directions below. Thank you for coming to the Banner Scribe training.